Hello everybody, thank you for clicking this video. Today, I will be answering one of your questions that you all want to know. So before that, I want you all subscribe and click that notification button so you don't want to miss one of my recent videos on YouTube. So let's get started. Starting things off with my favorite fan, LOL, Logan Hinton. He wants to know, do you prefer the Zack Cena gimmick or Zack Ruby? Well, this is an easy question. I would prefer a gimmick that works for them, not a gimmick that's already been infringed. Answer, Zack Ruby. Another question from It's Brandon. He wants to know, where is Casey Navarro and Jordan Oliver? All I know is that both of these two aren't able to come back to GTS anytime soon. However, the door is still wide open for them. So right now, Casey Navarro is busy from getting booked from various independent scenes. Same goes for Jordan Oliver, especially he's also getting booked for MLW, which he is currently signed. And the next question, oh my. Okay. I don't want to say it on YouTube, but it says my V smells like macaroni. Are you my dad? Really? That's the question you got? What is up with these funny questions? Oh my. Mikey7200 wants to know, what was your favorite moment in GTS wrestling? That's a good question. You know, I may have a different answer, but every time when someone asks me, what was your favorite moment in GTS? What was your favorite moment that happened in GTS? Well, I could possibly change to a different answer, but I'll just say anything has to do with hardcore deathmatch, I would say. And then Jake Sabo wants to know, what 5 GTS titles are your favorite? Oh man, this is easy. I would say that butt belt title, which was held by Grim. Yeah, he won that for a Christmas Chaos. And the BFCW title, Best Friends Championship Wrestling. Remember that program? Yeah, everyone remembers that. Even those kids remembers that. Oh, what about RWA title? Oh yeah, the inaugural champion, Alex Reyes. Remember that? Oh, the AWE title. Remember that title? Oh my god. Oh yeah, who was the first man to hold the AWE title? Was that Onslaught? I think so. Oh, and the loser belt title. Yeah. What, that title that no one wants to hold. I mean, who wants to be the loser belt, right? Does anyone want to become the official loser? Oh wait, okay, alright. Enough. Seriously, let's not get into that. So, for real, 5 best GTS title. The Intercontinental title, the United States title, the GTS title, the Hardcore title, and last, the YouTube title. So there you go. That's your answer. And the next question comes from, my boy, Aiden Wrestling. How are you doing, my friend? It's been a quiet while since we talked. And he wants to know, if GTS could bring back or delete something, name one thing from each category, what would you choose? One of these GTS superstars will return full time. 1. Return Vlad. 2. Return Pete Corvus. Or 3. Return Tommy Salami. Alright, so he said if one of these 3 can come back to GTS full time. Who can bring up more viewers on YouTube? Let's see. Vlad, Pete Corvus, or Tommy Salami? Well, based on one of their top performance, I would say, okay, Tommy Salami, not so much, but I still like him. Pete Corvus, well, as much as I like him, since he's like one of my favorite GTS star, fortunately, I don't see him around so much, but I'm going to go for Vlad, I would say. And in another category, delete or bring back one of these. 1. Bring back the Warehouse. 2. Bring back the prestige of the YouTube title. Or 3. Delete all the clowns and there will be no more clowns in GTS. This is a tough one. Actually, this is a tough one. Alright, let's go over one of the explanation. 1. bring back the warehouse. Well, why? Because you need someone to get warm inside instead of wrestling in a backyard. Yeah. And 2, bring back the prestige of the YouTube title. Well, you should always put the YouTube title match as the main event of every pay-per-view shows. Or should I say free per-view show. And 3, delete all the clowns and there will be no more clowns in GTS. I know. People are sick and tired of these clown storylines, and it happens every year in GTS, and that's the traditional. As far as budgets goes for GTS, I have to go for bring back the prestige of the YouTube title. Here's why. The YouTube title should be equal to World title. It should also be equal to the IWGP Heavyweight title, which was made in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It should always be headlined on pay-per-view shows. I mean, look at New Japan Pro Wrestling. You have the IWGP Heavyweight title match as the main event. And you should always have the WWE title or the Universal title match as the main event of the show. So for GTS, the YouTube title match should always be the main event instead of being reduced to a mid-card or the opening match. And finally, only choose one superstar to fire. 1. Fire Grim. 2. Fire Doo-Hop. 3. Fire Hollywood Hooligan. Okay, let's start. Hollywood Hooligan. No way. He's like the next main eventer to me. I mean, 2020 is going to be a great year for the Hollywood Hooligan. He's very talented. I don't think he should get fired. Doo-Hop. You know what? I love that crazy bugger. But why would I fire him? He's a good guy. Why? We need a hero, man. But speaking of hero, Grim. Well, let's see. Let's see what Grim has ever done. Burying talent? We do not need someone who's going to bury shovel style, getting booked like Roman Reigns or Triple H or John Cena. No. An authority figure. I mean, let's just say we do not need an authority figure on GTS. Do not compare Grim to Vince McMahon because both of these two have different mentality. I would rather see Vince Russo taking over other than the authority taking over the show. So, I would say fire Grim. And I'm sure people are going to be pissed since I said Grims should be fired. So, I mean, how would GTS be like without Grim? I mean, it happens dozens of times, but what would happen if Grim decided to step down from being a CEO of GTS? I mean, the name of the company is probably going to be changed, but you never know. And the next question comes from Captain Uvith, and he wants to know, what is your favorite Intercontinental Championship match and United States Championship match in GTS history? This is a tough one. I mean, all I could remember is that my favorite GTS Intercontinental title match was, I think, Kurt Bale versus Pete Corvus at the GTS Halloween Havoc. And the US title match, Kurt Bale versus Nikolai's Sucker Slam last year. Man, I don't know why I say my favorite match that involves with Kurt Bale. And next question, what GTS superstars from the past would you want to bring back? Okay, this question comes from Michael Trejo, Football the Life. Okay, besides those people who came back this year, you know, Pete Corvus, Tommy Salami, and Vlad, let's just say somebody who hasn't appeared on GTS for a long time. So I would say maybe Pita Kid. I mean, despite the fact that he came back last year, but you never know he's gonna come back in 2020. Because that man, he's like an OG. I mean, he was one of the guys who drew at least 100,000 viewers like under 24 hours. So why not bring back the man who hasn't been on GTS for a long time? You never know, folks. He could be coming back at the Rig Rumble. He could come back to I don't know, Grimomania? You never know, folks. And then the next question comes from Raging Dragon fan account, and he wants to know, why are you going to discontinue the predictions of every WWE pay-per-view shows? Okay, here's why. You see, I don't think one of the WWE pay-per-view shows aren't that good, in my opinion, but don't get me wrong, some of the matches are very enjoyable, and some of them very stale and blatantly not enjoyable, I would say. You know, I would love to do some predictions, but I don't think one of the matches aren't that good. But you never know if WWE decide to pull off a better match or a better storytelling, because you had somebody who's still around and has no time to step down anytime soon. So I mean, I would want to predict NXT TakeOver shows, but not the main pay-per-view shows, except for one of the big fours like WrestleMania, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and what else? SummerSlam. But I could predict some of the WWE pay-per-view shows, such as Money in the Bank or whatever, but I'm not going to predict all of them in 2020. Last question comes from Speed Jolling on YouTube. 3 questions. What's your New Year's resolution? What are you mostly looking for in 2020? And what do you think is going to happen in 2020? Well, my New Year's resolution is to always keep myself on track and don't try to slack something that's a waste valuable time. Well, as for YouTube, I'm looking forward to see how many subscribers I have by the end of 2020, because I'm expecting to have at least 10,000 subs only if this channel is still stabilized. In 2020, well, as for professional wrestling, I think AEW is gonna have a partnership deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I give my high hopes for that. And that is all. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more content. And click the notification button so you don't want to miss an upload. And that is all. Stay safe, peace, and cheers.